What has kind of been behind Trevor's power surge?
I mean, you get comfortable, you grow up, strength certainly, but he's good approach, but just, growing up physically as a hitter, that's what development is you develop physically, you develop your swing, and if you're developing and you're on the right trajectory, you get better.
So when you say development, that's like gaining weight and getting in the weight room and actually kind of doing that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, these guys, we said it last year, we're the youngest team in the country, and, these guys coming fresh out of high school, you're playing, this is a man's league. I mean, the Pac-12 is a very physical league, and, we're on the other side of the physicality now because the majority of our team is older, so I just think physically, put the work in the off season. He's always worked really hard on the swing, but there's that, and there's just being comfortable going to the yard every day and know that you've earned the starting job in left field, so it allows you to, relax a little bit and just do what you do.
When you put him in the leadoff hole, were you expecting something similar to this, or were you expecting more of a guy who just kind of gets on base, solid contact hitter?
I mean, we've seen him. I mean, he can hit. We expect him to be good, and he's been good. So, I guess in that regard, yeah, we expected him to do well.
Are you surprised by how quickly it seems RJ's kind of settled into this level?
Well, it goes back to, I kind of just said it, we tell guys if you're good, you're good, and, he had a really good junior college season. He was good for us in the off season. Going back to you get what you earn in this program, he's earned the right to be on the weekend for us, and with some of the arms that aren't weekend starting for us, if you're beating those guys out, you're pretty good. So, I wouldn't say I'm surprised. He certainly has the ability, and I would just say we brought him here for a reason, so he's doing a good job.
He seems to be pretty confident, especially with the fastball and attacking early in counts. So the thing you knew he could do coming in here.
Yeah, I mean, and he's still not the overpowering fastball, and it's still in there. I think there's more in the tank, but what he does is he pitches very aggressively in the zone. We preach, pitch to contact, and he trusts his defense, and he throws strikes, and if he's doing that with that late movement, he's going to get a lot of balls in play, but I should say he's going to get a lot of what we think weak contact in play. So
when you have the rotation putting together good starts, even Boyd, where kind of avoids big trouble last night, does it just help when they're getting one good start after another and can kind of build off that the way they have these first couple of weeks?
Anytime, and I think what there's that whole thing too, success begets success. So when guys are out there and they're pitching well, if you're a competitor, it makes you step up the game because you don't want to stand out. I mean by that, you don't want to stand out in a negative way. You want to hold your weight. You want to look like that. And so when you have guys out there modeling what it's supposed to look like, it's not an overt pressure, but it certainly puts a little pressure on you to say, man, I need to do my part and perform and look like I fit in. So that's the thing I've noticed a little bit with this group is now they're starting to push each other. And when you do that, now you can start to make improvements and start developing. So yeah, I like what I'm seeing, and it's set. The tone is set with Marsh on Friday.
Do you feel like there's kind of momentum right now? It seems like when there's one big run, it seems like it turns into a big inning, and then these big games start kind of going 11-0 now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever want to deny the fact of momentum in athletics. I think there certainly is something to that. But what we try to do is break it down to a process, in which it is. It's a process of eliminating the free 90 feet. And if you can do everything within your power to take advantage of a 90-foot space, and whether it's on defense, making the opposition earn that 90 feet via what your pitcher's doing, what you do defensively, flip it over to the other side. If you can take advantage and get more 90 feet increments, you probably have a pretty good chance to win. So what we try to do is not so much ride the momentum or wave of momentum. We try to break it down and let's keep it simple and do these things, because if you do that over time, I guess I would rather be good, sustainable good, than be like this, So we try to be right here, and but I'm not going to deny, when things are going well, it's a little bit easier. Guys feel good. If you're not going as well, or you throw losses in there, maybe guys press a little bit more. But it's a long season. we feel like we got a lot of baseball left. We're not satisfied with 11-0. We could care less about that. The guys will be happy about that for a little bit, but now I would tell you they're generally excited with an opportunity to play Fullerton. So that's the next thing on our schedule, and that's what we're looking to.
So is that kind of the biggest thing? Like when you pick up a stat sheet after a game, you're going and looking at the walks and kind of judging the game based upon that?
We keep it really detailed. I mean, our quality control, Sean Cashman, has done a really good job in the analytics piece of that, and it's something we instituted this year. And if you just, and it's not something that's a secret in baseball. I mean, it's a big thing at the major league level because they have a lot of data. But what we try to do is, it's one thing when you're out there telling a guy, hey man, be alive and move up on the ball in the dirt, or hey, don't walk this guy. But when you actually look at the hard data of what your percentages either increase or decrease your chances to win based on, doesn't seem significant, but each 90 feet I think is something like a 13% chance of winning or losing either way. And so what we do is set goals of where we want to be at the end of each game on that particular number. So it's something we talk about, it's something that our guys buy into, and it's something we keep track of.
2 midweek games this week. Last week, Eric Tolman pitched very well on Tuesday. Is he going to pitch again on this Tuesday?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all hands on deck this Tuesday because we have, with the series and then the turnaround on Tuesday. Right now, we're in a little bit of a holding pattern with Fullerton to see whether we're going over there or going to switch it to here. So I don't know if you guys could help us out media-wise and the stuff that you write to make sure that our fans know that there's a chance that the series may be moved here. But I would say if we move it over there, it looks like if we not move it over there, if we keep it there, it looks like we have a window to play possibly on Tuesday. I would envision probably a doubleheader of some sort. So Tolan probably will be pitching on Tuesday, as will everybody else. So
Is your travel schedule right now to leave on Monday? So
yeah.
So you guys
we're all systems go right now to travel over there. I think they got started a little later with Stanford today, so I know they're probably in inning 4 or 5 somewhere in there right now. But we've been in communication with them to kind of monitor that and see. We'll be respectful of their time, of letting them focus on what they need. But I know both us and them, Fullerton, are wanting to play, so we'll look at it. But there are economic factors that that have to be considered with that. So, and I know they have some travel things on the other side of it. So a lot of moving parts, but I think somehow, some way, we'll figure out a way to play.
Is there a potential where maybe you have to cut one or maybe both of the games just if it doesn't?
I don't know. I mean, we're probably too early to say anything about that. I mean, I think the intentions are to get both games in. So we should know something here within the hour or so, I would hope.
We talked about the freshman bullpen arms, but it seems like Chaz has gotten off to a strong start to the year after the way last year ended. What have you seen out of him?
Well, I go back to, and this, the numbers wise for him, we've said it, and I'm trying to think of how I want to say this. It's just, and no disrespect to any of the kids last year, but they were out of roles. I mean, you look at a guy's skill set and you try to put him in a situation that gives him the best chance to be successful. And that dude took the ball whenever we gave it to him, but sometimes it wasn't, certainly in the best interest of him, but he took the ball anyway. And I think what you're seeing now with some of the arms is they're in a more appropriate role given where they are either experience-wise or stuff-wise. And if you can continue to manage that, which, a lot of things go into that, staying healthy, all of those things, it just puts them in a much better position to be successful. The role that he's in right now, and it's going to be even more critical as we get closer to the conference. Up to this point, he's done a fantastic job. I don't expect that to change, but I think we all know that it's a long, long season, and things change on the injury piece and all that. But he's been very accepting of his role, and it will be critical down the stretch. I can promise you that.
Is Colby Davis any chance he could return before Pac-12 play?
I would hope so. I think so. We're still day to day with him, but he's working diligently to get back, and he's a piece that I think we're really going to need as we get into Pac-12 play. So I know he's anxious to get out there, and progress has been good. So we're expecting him to be back.
Thank you.
Thank you.